Hello, hello, welcome to Dwayne's Green Team. So, starting to get them corns harvested now. Where is it? Oh, right there. You see, like this one right here. We're going to be selecting out probably about 100 to 200 good quality grain kernels, maybe a little more. And we have our sweet corn selected. We're just going to use this one right here for next year's grain. We're picking up the best ones. So there's like there's 40 from bottom to top, 14 around. So it worked out to be 560. So I'm figuring after duds and cross pollinizations are kicked out, we should have easily 500 seeds. So I'm estimating about 400 to 450 guaranteed good quality seed for next year for next year's selection. And like I told Rosie, all the ones that are cleaned up out of the smaller ones, we'll plant that separate. And those ones will all just be specifically set for harvest to be eaten. And then whatever, that's just what we're going to do for the selection is the select ears we pulled out. We'll plant the select ear seeds, kernels, seeds separately from the majority of the rest of the ones that were picked from the following year. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, I was trying to explain it to Rosie, and sometimes I catch myself up. So, like for instance, we had our selected plants for this year that we didn't eat. We saved for seed. And out of all of those ones, we have this one cob that's going to be the selected kernel for planting of next year for the selected pick for the following year. And all of the rest of these seeds will be planted in a specific separate garden just to get eaten without even trying to let go to seed, just to eat them. Same thing with these ones. We'll pull out the best, prettiest kernels. I told Rosie I'm kind of looking at like these like almost ruby reds, and then there's the pinks. The blues are kind of hard to distinguish because they're in with the reds and purples. But some of these are blues. I was kind of wondering, like, where are the blues? It's supposed to be sweet corn and blue that cross-pollinated, and we get this. Like, I don't get it. But like I said, some of these, some of them are just absolutely gorgeous. The different colors to them. So we're just going to pick the best ones out and use those for next year's grow. And the rest of them, once they dry, we're going to look into seeing about making a batch of either flatbread or corn chips with the kids. We have one more grain plant out here, or one more grain corn. We have a couple more sweet corn as well as grain corn. We gotta get the rest of everything cleaned up for winter. We got all that brush we've been working on getting it going, but this is our last one. It was supposed to be blue. Like I said, we started out with, I think it was like peaches and cream or something, one of the sweet corns, and it's supposed to be a solid blue. They were beautiful solid blue corn, and I think with the stunting is the reason why it actually paired up the pollination between the two. And I think the cross pollination happened back towards Flint area, Flint Grand Blanc area, and we're living that way because it's just there's sweet corn in with the blue, and there's barely any blue, as well as the sweet has blues as well as yellows. So, damn dogs. So yeah, we do have this one and that one, and this one, which are sweet corn left, and the one. This one's almost ready, but as you can see, it's kind of still green on the back side, so we're gonna leave it. And that's it. Wild tomato. We gotta get out here and pick them up. I gotta get my flower tops harvested off the tobaccos that I selectively wanted and let the rest finish up. And I've been offering anybody who wants tobacco seeds, they can get them. I mean, we'll have them. I don't know on the whole mailing thing. I guess we could try to figure that out. If people on the YouTube channel want tobacco seeds, like we're not even trying to sell them, we're just trying to give them away. So, yeah. I don't think they're really that much. It shouldn't be too much to throw them in an envelope. Um, the row of tomatoes is about done. And I gotta get out here and actually pick them. And the turnip, they got some of the super soil put to it, and you can see the growth really kicking off now. It's taking off some more, and it's just a monstrous thing. This is the bell pepper we decided to save fruit off from because they're just absolutely gorgeous. They're beautiful in shape and size. We're going to save seed from this cayenne pepper because it just grew a lot bigger. The peppers are a little bit bigger too. We only got the one habanero, so we'll figure that out. Now the Cherokees, we're gonna just try and hope that we don't get cross pollination. We're gonna try to plant seeds from the saving of this year. I think it's the plant over on this side because there were two different seed vendors we got them from. This one here has more of like the beefsteak shape. They kind of grow funny. And this Cherokee over here is a more rounder set where it's kind of more of a good slicer for sandwiches. The Rio Grandes, we definitely keep seeds off those ones. They grow nice and firm. Good producers, quite a few of them there. Took a little longer to ripen, but like I said, those were in the row of the ones we started from seed. We tried to start the Rio Grandes, the Cherokee Purples, both of those inside. We did have kind of issues with them. They just didn't care for it. So we put them outside, and they both did phenomenal. So that's kind of one of them hit and misses. Like the cherries and the Romas, amazing inside. Pretty much all our peppers, same thing, did amazing inside. So eggplants are another one that did amazing inside. Now this one is the one that we are saving seed from. We're already leaving it alone. We haven't touched no more fruit off from it. Same thing with all the bean plants. Tips over here. Tips is a good girl. She listens all the time. Patches is a little punk of a pup. That dog just likes to do whatever it wants to do. But yeah, the chamomile, I could collect seed, but I just really don't. I just make sure each time the flowers pop back over, that's why it keeps getting thicker over that way. And like I said, the puppies killed probably our two best bean plants. We have a couple seeds from it, not many. But if you really get in here, I mean, we're getting loaded with all sorts of pole beans that'll be ready for next year's grow. Same thing with if you get right down in here. You can see there's still, get out of it, puppy. We got another pole bean that's all down on the ground working its way around. We got a whole bunch of, I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful crop for next year. Look at them all. That's what I'm talking about. As long as the puppies don't come in here and try to start snatching them on us. And there's that wild tomato. I think there's two of them. No, it's one of them. Starts over here and goes all the way over and over them random wilds. Yeah, there, puppy. And sweet basil did amazing this year. We've actually cut that down 3 times this year, down dang near 6 inches high. Cut it down, gave away a whole bunch. So we cut it down. I forgot to put it away when we did some sleeping and it got dusty. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get dusty these days. Dry them, pack them, don't leave them hanging. Because the sage plant, they started. It's probably going to be almost 4 years now. I don't know, Rosie'd know. We did it on Easter. They planted a bunch of seeds, and that's one. There was like 6 or 7 sage plants we had back in the trailer park. We had them all planted, great big sage bushes. And as we made our way here, we've been leaving sage bushes. And look at the biggest one. I've already cut that back once already as well. We need to collect seeds off it next spring so we can get some more baby sage plants growing. The sage is actually a really good one. I like stuffing. I just know when I'm just overly driving. Get out of here! Never ending battle with these little buggers. Constantly always have been trampling everything. yeah, I just wanted to share a few things. Go over the corn. And the garden's getting ready to come to an end soon. Sunflowers again. I mean, here we are. You look at this one and this one, and both these two are smaller stalked as well as smaller heads, but the seeds are almost ready. A little focus. But yeah, so this one, that one we're eating. We're going to keep this one as well as the leaning giant over here for seed. We're going to take this one over to the neighbor, and that one we're going to keep for our patch for next year. And we'll do the same thing. The biggest and healthiest flowers, their heads will get saved for the following year, and all the so-so little more rentier ones will all get roasted and salted. I mean, simple selection, and you improve your crops every year. Yeah, they definitely do to be picked. Got to get to them. I need to really get under the truck and get that starter going. I keep saying I'm going to get to it. And being near almost an all-day project yesterday, clearing out the camper just to be able to get the tools out. So, but that's what we're doing right now. Just walking through, popping the corn off, getting a couple things running ready in the garden as I'm having my coffee. And then we are going to get down underneath the truck today and get that starter done because we have to get to work. Phone bills due and a few other bills are definitely due. So, been held up with the way the starter's been grinding the last month or so. It's been kind of limiting us on our working, as well as nonstop having to deal with the court. They're wanting us to get the house taken care of and rebuilt, so things are falling behind, and we just got to get to really grinding that axe when it comes to working, because it's just But we are getting the camper cleaned out and ready, because it's just one of them deals. We're hoping to get more done on the cabin sooner than later, but with the truck messing up, it definitely puts a damper on the finances. So we don't know at this present moment. We are going to go through and get the camper fully cleaned and get the furnace and everything fired up in the camper, so we can definitely say we have a fully heated structure, as well as keeping on working on the cabin. I'm almost to where I've got the drop ran to where all the plumbing can start being ran. So, yay! Able to take a shower soon. Looking forward to that, a hot shower. But yeah, just wanted to share the garden. I know everybody's been kind of wanting to know what's going on with them. The puppies kind of hid our dragon fruit from seed, so we do have to get that replanted. But it's doing good. There's still plenty of cuts to graft, because like I talked about in the previous videos, you can take dragon fruit from seed, and from seed it takes 7 years to grow. And if you take and graft your seedling material to matured rootstock, say American Beauty Dragon Fruit, bought from Wauge's greenhouse, which is actually a really good greenhouse to purchase through. They got a lot of different stuff to buy. So if you graft that to that, it drops it from 7 years to a year and a half, to where your seed selection for fruit just drops right down. And that's what I was kind of wondering too. I've been trying to look into it to see like if that works for the cactus. I know it's kind of a different category, but why wouldn't that work for like your citrus and your apples and stuff? Because it has to do with the hormone fluctuation due to the plant being a mature plant. It pumps hormone to the cutting. The rootstock being mature pumps hormone to the scion. I think that's a proper term. The cutting, creating it to mature rapidly, like instant mature, by pumping the hormones to it. So why wouldn't that work with other fruit? Because it seems like if that would work, it would almost make it easier to make it true to fruit seed. Because that's the biggest issue with the true to fruit seed. With a lot of the plants that are like that, is the ones where it takes like 7 years or longer from the seed to mature. And then it can take even a couple more years after that to get a good harvest of the fruit to even know the quality of what it's going to be. So that's the reason why some of the plants we have are kind of a not true to fruit, and we just do grafting, cloning and grafting. But yeah, so. But I'm going to get off here. I got to get to it, finish my coffee. I think I got all the chicken chores done. Rosie got all the dog and kitty chores done. So I think we just got to get in that camper and get them tools situated now. Since we got them all dug out and put in one area, I just got to grab the couple I need out and climb under this beast. Yay, wrenching. Not yay. All right, well, stay tuned, you guys. Remember, keep it growing.